What's up, wild things? Let's talk about stereotypes. Okay, so I know a lot of you out there, including myself, may have a difficult time finding your stereotypes, and this is perfectly okay. This happens to the best of us. And, some people say it takes approximately 2 years to find them. It took me 2.5. I have 3 stereotypes, none of them were easy to find. Okay, so let's first start off with, what do you think they are? What are your shifts? Analyze your shifts. Are they canine-like, feline-like, equine, avian? You never know. So think about what they're like. Your phantom shifts. What do you feel? Do you feel long fangs? Do you feel tall ears or short round ears? Or antlers even? So that's the first best thing to do. And once you get that down, you need to go and start looking up different traits of different animals, what you're feeling, look that up in different animals out there. If you're feeling hooves instead of paws, then go and look at different hoofed animals. Granted, there's many of them out there, horses, okapis, deer, everything, pigs, sheep. Secondly, do the same thing with your mental shifts, the behaviors you display during your shifts. Do you growl? Do you whinny? Do you snort? Do you grunt? Any noises you may make, the emotions you may feel, the urges you have. Go look those up too. Try to, it's going to take a while, obviously, but try to narrow those down to different categories and research each and every one of them. This is a great way to get a general idea of what animal you're dealing with here. Okay, so once you think you've narrowed it down to 1 or 2 species, preferably 1 because it's just easier, go and look up that certain species. Do you think it's a type of, bovine? Go look up, different, breeds of cows or bison. I think, bison or bovine, I think. I don't know. I'm not a bovine expert. But, look those up. What I normally do is I'll go to Google and I'll Google, when I was finding my Arabian horse stereotype, I was looking at different breeds of horses and specifically the way they walked. Because Arabians, obviously, they have a very bouncy kind of walk, and it sounds weird. But if you've ever seen a video or if you own an Arabian, then you'll see that. It's a very unique one. So go and look that up. And one of the most important things is be sure you're looking at what you feel and not just what appeals to the eye. There's many people out there, and myself included at some points in time, that will just go on, oh, well, this animal looks really cool, I'm gonna be that animal. Don't do that. Don't do it. It's no good. Don't do it, okay? Feeling a connection to a stereotype just because you think it's really cool and it's beautiful and it's powerful, if the connection is not really there, that's a bad thing. You should not go by that. Because it's not going to do you any good, to be honest. All it will do is confuse you, lead you astray, and delay you finding your actual stereotypes. So, like I've said before, once you narrow it down to a single species, and you have a general idea of what it might be, go to meditation. Meditation is my favorite, and personally, I think it's the best method of finding your stereotype. But it must be done correctly with a calm and clear head. If you're thinking about other things that are going on, or if you're thinking about a certain animal, just have a general idea of the species, but don't go to exact certain animal. If you think you're a cat, don't automatically say, oh, I'm going to think about a Maine Coon cat. Because it's going to affect your meditation, and it's not going to help, because that's most likely what you will end up seeing, and it may or may not be true. So, when you meditate, what I normally do is I wait till a time of day where it is calm, quiet, and I'm in a good mood. I'm not extraordinarily happy, I'm not sad, I'm not angry, I'm just I'm there, I'm enjoying the moment. And I normally like to do it around the evening time, because it's a comforting time for me. And I generally play some meditation music. I make sure I at least have 2 hours worth of meditation music to play. That way I don't run out during my entire meditation. I tell my family, if you're not able to tell your family, I would suggest waiting until a time where they're not home to meditate, because interruptions are meditation's worst enemy. Interruptions, right there for you. I like to light incense. The smoke, and just the general sense of it, it's very calming for me, and that helps with my meditation a lot. So, preparing for meditation, I normally wait for around 30 minutes, just lying flat on my back in bed with my hands just rested gently on my stomach. And I practice my breathing, breathe in, hold, breathe out. I do that until I feel like I am calm enough and that my mind is clear enough to where I can go into meditation. So what I do then is I picture myself in this kind of a dark area, and it's different for everybody, how they meditate and how easy it is for them. It's actually really hard for me, hence one of the reasons why it took me so long to find my Theriotypes. And but yeah, and so I picture myself in this dark area, and then I picture this wooden door. I go towards the wooden door, and as soon as I open it, that kind of brings me into a general state of being as far as meditation goes. I don't really know how to explain it. I've only been meditating for 3 or so years now, so I'm not that great at it. But so once I do that, I do the cave trick. And for those of you who don't know what the cave trick is, it's where you explore a landscape until you find a cave, and then you go into the cave and you wait. And if you get lucky, you'll get some sort of hint on what your Theriotype may be, whether it be a footprint, noise, or the actual animal itself. And you can't really decide that right there is your Theriotype, because at that moment, it may actually not be. It could just be something that you're seeing or that your mind is projecting into your meditation. And so I like to repeat this process over a few times, at least 5, until I see the exact, same thing. It's the same animal. And, well, that's how I found my Theriotypes, and I hope this helps any of you who are still researching yours. And a reminder to everyone that nobody is perfect. All your Theriotypes are beautiful. All your Theriotypes are valid. It doesn't matter if it's an ant or an elephant or an emo or a dinosaur or anything. You are all beautiful. All animals are amazing. Everybody deserves to feel comfortable and proud of their Theriotypes. No bashing. If you get bashed for it, ignore it. It doesn't matter. That person doesn't matter. They obviously don't understand that maybe your B Theriotype is the most beautiful creation out there. So, love you all. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next time. P.S. Shout out to this turd, Beastly Souls, because he was texting me during the video. So, go follow him on Instagram at Beastly Souls.